Yesterday, I realized that I'm severely addicted to dopamine. Yeah, interesting realization to be had on a Sunday evening, but something that I really needed to realize. Anyway, before we start with that, welcome back to my channel. This is my third video ever. I've been really enjoying doing these, but thanks to the severe dopamine addiction that I realized I had yesterday, I've been having a hard time doing anything that is even remotely difficult or that is not constantly drowning my brain in dopamine, such as YouTube shorts or YouTube videos or mindlessly scrolling through Instagram. Anyways, I thought I'd do a video about it this nice evening. Um, I had a pretty nice day with less dopamine, and so I'm feeling a bit more motivated to do a bunch of stuff. But I thought this was a topic that a lot of people could relate to and something that I know I need to talk about because I'm really struggling with this. And maybe listening to me struggle and how I'm going to try and fix it will help other people too. I feel like this is such a nice armchair topic to be talking about. Like maybe if I had a little glass of whiskey, I don't drink anymore. It would be nice. So just gonna have to make do with my diet drinks. Mm, Anyway, so yesterday I was having a bit of a tough day, kind of just struggling with um, trying to figure out the deeper stuff. Like I just had a very existential day where I was feeling like I was struggling. I've been struggling with really paying attention to a lot of things that I need to do, especially with the app that I'm building, the business that I'm trying to build. I was really struggling with putting the grunt work down for it, like actually sitting down and doing things for it. Like I'm building an app right now that's focused on mental health, and there's a lot of stuff that has to be done because it's just me and my co-founder doing the stuff. And my cat might move the camera, so I hope he does not do that. He's being a little annoying, but I think that's a cute part of it. Anyway, it's just me and my co-founder who are trying to build this app, and that means we have a lot of work to put in to building the app. We have to write all the code ourselves, do all the design ourselves, do everything ourselves, you know. And I've just been struggling to sit down and do things. And I spent the most of the day yesterday questioning why I was having such a hard time and whether this was something I even wanted to do. And then feeling shitty about it because I was the one who decided to transition careers from investment banking into tech. And I was the one who always wanted to build a business and do something for myself. And this idea was mine, and me and my co-founder are building it very passionately. But when it came to doing the work, I was just like, I am having such a hard time sitting down to code or design, and I was not liking any of it, like all of the parts of it. Even though I know I like coding, I know I like design, I know this is something I wanted to do. So I started questioning my choices, as one does. But I, I started spiraling. Sort of. I was like, this is not something I want to do. Did I fuck up? Should I have never left investment banking? Did I give up a career for nothing? And what ended up happening was a day long spiral. But thankfully, at the end of the day, I kind of realized that it wasn't as deep. It was as simple as a horrifying dopamine addiction that I had developed. Of course, it wasn't just the app work because, okay, maybe it could have been just that I don't want to do this. But I realized that I had been procrastinating on answering an email to my tax consultant for like over a week. I had been procrastinating applying for a official document that I need to for several weeks now. I was having trouble replying to WhatsApp messages. I was having trouble talking to people on the phone because it was too boring and it was too simplistic. And I would very regularly find myself being on the phone while scrolling on my phone, like so putting on my headphones and being on Instagram, scrolling while talking to people. I would find myself watching a movie with my phone in my hand and scrolling on YouTube shorts. I know a lot of people do this, but my friends had started to notice. My girlfriend started to point it out. And this isn't the worst of it either. It got even worse. I play video games when I need to relax, and while playing a video game, a Path of Exile 2. I don't know if anyone knows this game. It's a very dopamine focused game. Even while playing that video game, I need to have YouTube playing on the side on one of my screens. While working on my app, I would have YouTube playing on the side, a video, not music, while trying to work. And even then, getting distracted and being on my goddamn phone on shorts. That is an absurd level of input that my brain required at all times. And that's when it hit me. It's not just the app. I'm having trouble doing anything that isn't dopaminergic, even between sets at the gym. I know a lot of people do this, but I'm so glued to my phone and YouTube shorts all the time that it was getting out of hand. And that's when I realized that this had gotten really bad, and I needed to fix it. So dopamine had taken over my life, and I was caught in the trap of trying to make it bigger than it was. I was caught in the trap yesterday, I'm assuming, that bigger than it was, saying that, oh, this is a bigger question. Maybe this is not something I want to do. Maybe I have to choose a different question for my life. While I haven't even given this a proper shot. Like, we're well into building the app, but there's a lot of stuff to do. And all of the stuff we've done before has been the same. It's been difficult because we're learning as we go. We did our boot camp, but we need to learn lot more coding, a lot more technology. And while AI helps, it's we are using a lot of AI to build our apps. It's still a lot of code. We have to check a lot of stuff. It's difficult, but it's doable. We've done it before. We can do it again. And I'm in quite a privileged position to be able to say that I'm able to take this risk for the next few months where I can solely focus on this. And this is something I've always wanted. So clearly, it wasn't about whether this is something I want. I do want this. That's why I chose this. But the dopamine addiction just sneaked in, like it just kind of like wormed its way through to my life and into this position. It has been quite annoying to realize this. And honestly, the way I'm trying to fix it is not easy. I'm trying to do it slowly because what ended up happening was in the last few months, I've quit a lot of things. I quit alcohol. I never drank that much, but I just don't drink at all anymore. I quit nicotine, which was a pain in the ass to quit, like horrible, horrible. But I'm getting there. I maybe smoke a cigarette once every 2 weeks, one cigarette, or vape once in a while when I'm on vacation, but not anything on a regular basis. I've lost like 10 kilos, which is a journey in itself because you have to really restrict the way you eat. And so I was restricting a lot of things, and dopamine addiction just sneaked in like a coping mechanism, and it wormed its way in, and it's become so solid now that I have to quit this too. So I'm going to do the obvious things: stay away from Instagram, stay away from YouTube shorts. I know I can do it on my own with motivation for a few days, but motivation runs out. So I'm making it easier for myself. I bought a little device called a brick. It's a physical device that you can lock your phone, like restrict your phone to certain apps, but to unlock it, you have to touch your phone to the physical device. Otherwise, you can't unlock the restrictions on your phone. So I'm going to do that and then give the brick to my girlfriend. So I don't have access to it until she comes home or she gives it to me later in the evening. I'm going to start doing slower, low dopamine activities like reading a book. I'm going to start reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy again. Listening to music while I code. Only music, no YouTube. Coding in blocks, focusing on and giving myself breaks too. So if I want to be on YouTube Shorts, it's okay, but it has to be intentional. 10-minute block, be on YouTube Shorts. Okay, chill after. Watching long form YouTube is still okay, but as long as I'm only watching YouTube, not scrolling on and something on the side or doing something on my phone, just put away my phone and be on one thing. And going on walks, picking up, maybe starting to play the guitar again because used to and I haven't done it in a long time. Making more YouTube content because I really enjoy this, but it is not dopaminergic to sit down, collect my thoughts, which involves me sitting in silence and being with my thoughts and then speaking them out in a coherent, somewhat coherent manner. Stuff like this. In the end, like, I'm not hoping that this video is a solution. I'm not asking for people to give me solutions. I know the solution is tough, It is just to do the things that you need to do. Um, I just came to realize that silence is quite important in our lives. Something my cat clearly doesn't understand because he wants to meow about stuff. But silence is something that's really important in our lives. And you can't have silence without first shutting off everything that the world is trying to throw at you, right? I've always been kind of afraid of silence because I don't know what it's going to bring out. It's going to bring out funk. It's going to bring out thoughts in me that maybe I don't want to confront. It's going to make me confront being with myself in a way that maybe I'm not very happy with who I am. And maybe that's not the kind of person I want to hang out with. I don't know. Silence is scary, but it is very important, especially in this phase of my life. So I just have to do what needs to be done. I'm hoping to document the process. I'm hoping that seeing me struggle and is relatable, and that people can relate to my struggle and do what needs to be done too. If I can do it, I know anyone else can. Trust me. I have my issues. One of them being this cat who was absolutely silent, by the way, until this video started. Um, yeah, I have my struggles. I know everyone else does too. And this is one of the big ones, I think, plaguing a lot of people right now. So hopefully you come across this video when you need it the most. And hopefully you see someone struggling and trying to make it better for themselves, and that motivates you too. If you're also struggling, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate just knowing that you're out there and you're also doing something to fix this. But yeah, thank you for listening to my journey, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.